Hello, welcome to the Reiki Meditation. Sorry, I'm a bit late compared with usual, eh? Let me just say properly, and then I'm going to start playing the drum. I still haven't worked out the sound, so it's still gonna be the same way as it usually is, but hopefully you can still enjoy it. Okay, so I have been advertising for meditation on crystals, which I will eventually do, but I am not going to do this today. Um, Somehow, I don't know why, it's just not coming right at the moment. So I'm leaving it for another time. But in the meantime, and hi Magali, in the meantime, we're going to do a session today on trees and connecting with trees and forests. And please just remember that at all times you can leave comments on what I mean. It's on my side here. I'm not sure where it is on your screen, but in the live chat, you can leave comments, you can ask questions, you can share your experience of the activities that we are going through. Please do not hesitate to do so. Yes, so we're going to start this session. Just to remind you, this is a session for you to find peace, calm, and relaxation. And so, if there is anything that we do that you don't feel comfortable with, or that creates you additional stress, or that creates sensations within yourself that don't feel right, you can at any time just sit the activity out. To sit it out, you can decide to either rest and wait for the session to be over, or you can also go back to the first activity that we are going to do if you connect positively with that activity, which is a focus on the breath. Or you can change the activity that I am guiding and adapt it to a better suited meditation for yourself. So if I am guiding that we are in the forest, which we will be later, but I am saying that it's raining and you don't want it to rain because you feel compelled to be connecting with the sun, you can decide that it's not raining and instead it is sunny, for example. So you can make the activity your own at any time. Now, we always begin these sessions with a gratitude and an intent for the healing. So these sessions, they are infused with Reiki healing. As you are doing the activities with me, you are also receiving Reiki. And Reiki is about bringing positive energy. It is about bringing positive energy to every aspect of your person and of your life. So that means that it can be about your physical health, your mental health. It can be about your household, your relationships. It can be about your future, also bringing positivity for the future or healing the past. It can be about projects. It can be about anything, absolutely anything in your life where you want to inject positivity. And so at the beginning of the session now, you will be able to find time to formulate an intent or many intents for the healing if you wish to. I do send the Reiki anyway for everything that it is that you may need at a time. But just in case, you can also specify an intent for yourself. And the gratitude is about anything that may have happened in the past week that brought us a smile. I was going to say a sun to your face. Yeah, an experience that brought a sun to your face or a sun to your heart that made your heart smile, that made you feel good in any way. You can formulate that as gratitude in your mind. And so now, just for a couple of minutes, I am going to be silent to give you space to formulate these two in your mind: gratitude and intent for the healing. And so now, if you would like to close your eyes and then take a deep breath to begin. And now, for just a couple of minutes, taking the time to connect to all the past experiences of this week, to all the past beautiful, positive experiences, formulating a gratitude from them and an intent for the healing. And when you are ready, you can keep your eyes shut. And we're going to start to focus on our breath. So you can take another deep breath now to transition to this activity. And now, little by little, switching off every thought in your mind and only thinking of your breath. Slowly by slowly emptying your mind to give space for your breath and nothing else. In doing this practice, It allows us to get used to reducing the amount of thoughts in our mind, to staying in a space in our mind that is far less cluttered by many thoughts, and instead minimalizing all these thoughts until you reduce them to just the one, your breath. And remember, it is not about being perfect with meditation. It is just about practicing. And so you may not be able to have just a one thought in your mind, but if you can reduce your thought process by one thought at least, you will have accomplished so much goodness for yourself. And so this is what we are trying to do here. Little by little, switching off all these thoughts. You don't need right now to think about your future, about your past, about your day, about the people around you, about your work. You can switch all of these thoughts off and focus on just the one thought. Focusing your whole mind to your breath. And there is no need to change your breath in any way. We are simply noticing the way it is as it is, in all its beauty. And so you can bring your mind to, for example, the movements of your body that accompany your breath. Noticing how your body expands on an inhale and retracts on an exhale. Maybe noticing your belly going outwards on an inhale, your chest raising up, your shoulders raising up as well on an inhale. And then everything going back down and in on an exhale. Already getting more and more deeply relaxed as the air gently passes through you in the softest of rhythms, in and out. Maybe also noticing sensations as the air passes through your nostrils. Remember, if you find yourself carried away by any other thought, when you notice, just bring your mind back to the meditation. And noticing also sensations as the air goes through your nose. And then at the back of your throat. And then noticing the sensations as the air goes through your windpipes and into your lungs. Also paying attention to the difference in temperature maybe of the air on an inhale and an exhale. Really connecting to the softness of it all, the gentleness of this movement, of this flow that is getting slower and slower as you are deeper and deeper sinking into relaxation. Simply enjoying this soft rhythm in and out, breathing in and breathing out. Every part of your body is relaxing deeper and deeper now, as you are letting go of more and more thoughts and keeping on focusing your whole mind to your breath. And now, keeping your eyes shut, you can take a deep breath to transition into our next activity. For this next activity, we are going to focus on a tree. I am going to describe to you where to find that tree, but if there is a tree that you already are connecting deeply with, you can use that tree to connect to. Otherwise, I'm inviting you now to imagine a path that you are walking on in the middle of fields, with a beautiful warm sun above you, glowing just enough to make you feel warm and comfortable, but not too much that it would feel too hot. And as you are walking peacefully there now, on your right, at the bottom of one of the fields, you can notice that there are a few trees. And somehow you're starting to feel pulled towards those trees. And so you start making your way across the field to the trees. Now, little by little, you start to arrive where the trees are. And one specific tree out of all of them is really pulling you. And so you can go in its direction. You can walk to that tree until you stand beneath it, right next to its trunk. Noticing that that tree is pretty much in the middle of all the other trees. And if you could look around, you can see quite a few trees around you now as you're standing in front of your tree. And first of all, you can look at the tree and you can start to enjoy its true beauty. Maybe noticing the darkness of the bark, how soft or how rough the bark is. And then looking up as the sun is above the tree now, noticing its beautiful leaves and how the green of its leaves is glowing with the sunlight at the back of them, playing a game of shadows on your face. And then looking back down and facing your tree again. Closing your eyes, putting your hand on its trunk, you can start to feel its energy. As we normally practice here, you might find that you're feeling some pulsing under your hands, or some tingling or fizzing, or maybe feeling the energy shifting under your hand. You might, in your mind's eye, even be able to see its energy going from deep underground through its roots up to the ground level and up its trunk, through each and every one of its branches to each and every one of its leaves. Being aware of this very powerful energy flowing through it, connecting your tree to the earth, to you, and to the universe upwards. Now, as you are still with your eyes closed and you are having your hand on that tree, you can start to feel a soft, deep, slow rhythm. It is your tree breathing. You can feel that tree expanding and retracting in the softest, slowest rhythm. And if in your mind, in your visualization you are doing now, you were to look up and looking at the other trees, opening your eyes and looking at the other trees around, looking at the top there where all the branches seem to merge together of every one of the trees, you could notice the branches separating slightly and then getting closer together in that very slow, gentle rhythm, but also mighty, powerful rhythm. As each and every one of the trees are breathing together, ever so slowly, each branch separating on an inhale, and ever so slowly, each branch getting together on an exhale. Really getting this feeling of massive expansion on an inhale, the space between the trees getting bigger and bigger. And then that space becoming smaller and smaller on an exhale. And so you can join all these trees and you can expand with them on an inhale and retract with them on an exhale. You have become all these trees, and you are growing on every inhale, and you're resting and relaxing on every exhale. Feeling the beautiful light blue sky filling your lungs in the same way that it fills the gap between the tree branches on an inhale as the branches come away from each other. Breathing in and out together with all the trees. Letting this beautiful blue sky fill your lungs. And now melting together with your tree, becoming one with your tree. You are now this massive expansion and this gentle retraction on an inhale and an exhale. You are now this beautiful, powerful tree. You now have this wonderful energy circulating through you. And you are now as strong and powerful as this tree. Its force, its stability is in you now. Your roots going deeply to the center of the earth, just like the tree. And your branches reaching up and out towards the universe. You are the tree. You are the earth. You are the sun and the sky. You are the universe. When you are ready, I am going to invite you now to bring your mind back to the space where you are. To take a deep breath to finish and to open your eyes. You can give your body a little stretch, have a sip of water if you wish to. I will myself. And then we are going to move on to the next activity. Today we are not going to be doing any mudra. Today we are doing the main focus on trees and forests. And so when you're ready, you can make yourself comfortable again. Closing your eyes and taking a deep breath to begin. Now we're going to have a walk in the jungle or any kind of forest that you would like. And so I'm inviting you now to imagine yourself walking on a path and going towards a forest or a jungle, knowing that this whole activity is completely safe and you should be able to remain completely comfortable throughout. And as you are walking, you can notice the sun above you, bright blue sky. The sun being so warm and lovely, but not too hot, just perfect. And then watching yourself entering the forest. Entering the forest, that moment when you step into it is so magical. It is like going through a magic gate. All of a sudden, all these trees are around you, all these plants, all these flowers, all these insects buzzing about. The chirping of the birds is becoming louder as you step into it. And so, right now, as you are walking through the entrance to your forest, you can let go from your shoulders, from your system, from your being, from your mind, from your body, just dumping it all there. Every burden that you feel is too heavy to carry, every pain, every stress, every worry, everything that you went through today, everything you went through in this week, in this month, in this year, you can just leave it all behind right there at the door of the forest as you're stepping into it. And you can start making your way into the forest, noticing the green beauty around you, the freshness of the place, the beautiful different colors from every flower. letting this freshness revive you, fill you with energy. And as you're keeping on walking and discovering the place, you can keep on letting go of burdens, of stress, of tension, of worries, and you can give it all to this beautiful forest as it can help. It can take your load and it can cleanse it and let it go for you. And as you are walking through this wonderful space, you are feeling now lighter and lighter, more and more relaxed, but also more and more energized. Choosing to go through one path or the other, walking in between the trees, climbing even the trees if you wish to. Feeling the softness of the leaves on your hands. Playing games with the sunlight piercing through the leaves also, between the branches. Using all your senses to really discover this wonderful place. What are the smells like? Can you capture the smell of each flower? Can you notice all the beautiful colors of each flower? Each color of these flowers is bringing you more and more joy and more happiness, warming up your heart so deeply that it brings a smile on your face. Now we're going to be coming away from the forest and we're going to move on to our love meditation, and it's going to be a longer one this time as well. And you can keep your eyes shut though, because we're going to go straight into it. And this time we're going to focus on sending love, especially to the forests on the planet and to the earth. And so if you would like to take a deep breath to transition to this new activity, keeping your eyes shut or shutting them again if they are open. And then bringing your hands together and then creating friction between both hands, rubbing them together energetically. And applying your hands to the middle of your chest, to your heart center, where your heart chakra is. And at the moment, just staying there. Just connecting with this beautiful energy, entering your heart, filling you with unconditional love. Simply resting there and focusing your mind on the sensations you may feel. And switching off every other thought right now. And to begin with, from this energy radiating through you, noticing this energy radiating now out of you and sending it out to everyone you know and care about and love. You can see this energy being of any color that you would like, as long as it is a color that feels good to you. Don't worry if you cannot see the light or if you cannot see this energy radiating out of you. All that matters is that you know it is radiating out. That is all that is important. At any time, you can start to rub your hands again together to feel the friction again. And otherwise, now, I am inviting you to connect with the earth and to radiate this beautiful light out to the earth, radiating love to the earth, to this wonderful planet with all its living beings, its mountains, its forests, its lakes, its rivers and oceans and seas, its fields, every animal. And now I am going to invite you to focus on either a specific forest that you hold dear to your heart or every forest on the earth, and to send this loving energy to either the forest that you're connecting with or every forest on the earth. A love energy to help stimulate good health for each forest, amazing growth, abundance. Seeing the rays of the light coming out of you, going into the forest and nourishing them from the root to the top, through and through. And then when you are ready, bringing your hands back down, bringing your mind back to the space where you are, and taking a deep breath to finish, giving your body a stretch, moving your fingers, your wrist, your arms, your legs, your feet. You can open your eyes again. How are you feeling now? I hope you enjoyed this deep connection with trees. So let me have a look at the comments. There's a comment from Magali who says, it was incredible, it is incredible, the happiness that we feel when we connect to trees. Yes, I agree. Connecting to trees, I find, is the most magical experience. Right, so just to let you know, next week I am not going to be doing any session. And so I will resume the week after, which should be, I think, the 28th, but I will send an email out anyway to confirm. I think it should be the 28th of July. But there will not be any session next week. So I advise for you to, if you want to continue with the habits, and if you want to do a session of meditation next week, I would suggest that you go back to one of my past guided meditations. There's more than a year now of resources that you can look at, and just go back to one of your favorites if you would like. And I will be back the week after, the Wednesday after, at 2 till 3 o'clock as per usual. And a last comment from Magali saying it was great. Thank you. Well, thank you. And thank you everyone for joining. Okay, I'm going to play the tank drum again to finish. Hopefully, you may be able to enjoy some of the experience. And otherwise, I will see you in 2 weeks' time. Okay, I will see you next week. Have a wonderful week. Sorry, see you in 2 weeks' time, rather. Have a wonderful week. Bye.